Hey everybody, Jeff here with TGC Customs, and I know it has been quite a while since we posted a video or anything on YouTube. Haven't done anything with YouTube. Sorry about that. A lot has went on since the last time I posted a video. We have closed the Etsy store. We have moved most stuff to eBay. We are still in the process of building our own website. We have kind of started a Facebook page, but not gonna linger on that because we're probably not gonna do much more with that. I have remodeled my house. I have gotten divorced. We have just been full of other things going on. During that time, however, I have continued to do to come up with new products. We've got new figures out. We're going to talk about some of them. I'm going to show you some of them if you're not aware of them. A lot of the people following us on YouTube, we're used to things being posted in Etsy. A lot of you have actually contacted me and said, "Hey, where you at? Your store's gone." A lot of that stuff. I'm not going to get into a lot of it. It actually was nothing we did wrong. I just had a disagreement with them on some fees they were charging. Uh, they didn't want to hear what I had to say. They basically just told me I could kick rocks. So that's what we did. So we went back to eBay, which is where I originally started years ago. We are working on our own website. I'm also in the process of retiring from my law enforcement career and are getting into a different job. For those of you who don't know me, I'm only 49. So I am going to continue to work another job. The boys, Evan is still young. My other boys are teenagers now, but we are, they are getting into the 3D printing. They're starting to do some things. They've got ideas. TGC Customs is going to keep going. We may uh, go to strictly the website when we get it done. We may keep some stuff on eBay. We may even go back to Etsy. I don't know. But basically, this here video was just, I wanted to put one back out there because I have not done one in such a long time. And just kind of show some of the new stuff we've got. In the process for years, 6-inch customs was where I did 80% of my work, 20 in the Kenner style. Since leaving Etsy, more people have contacted me about the Kenner style than anything. So that's what I've kind of reverted back into making more of. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I do have a couple 6-inch figures in here we did too, but most of it's going to be the 3.75 Kenner style, non-articulated, more of the novelty type stuff that we make. Also the jewelry and earrings, that has just almost stopped. We just weren't selling anymore. I sold so much of the horror jewelry, and then just like a light, it stopped. It's also probably hurt the jewelry a little bit that we don't do cons anymore. And the boys have gotten older. They like to go to the cons and walk around and do that. And now, since it's just me and the boys, we just enjoy the cons, and we don't worry about getting a booth most of the time. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do another con in North Carolina, South Carolina area, but pretty much as of now, we're just doing online sales. We still go to the cons and enjoy them and run into the guys like JB from JB's Toy Trunk, Kent Pool Collects, all the other guys that we still buddy around with. None of that's changed. It's just that we're kind of changing what we're making. Like I said, the boys are getting into it. They've got ideas. We're going to run with some of their stuff. We're going to do some of the 80s stuff from my era. And just wanted to let you guys know we are still here. A lot of stuff on eBay is not listed. I haven't put the head sculpts on there. But if there's something you remember and you want to get, contact us through Instagram. Put the links and stuff down there. You can through Facebook. But like I said, I haven't done much with Facebook. I just don't like Facebook's layout. I've never been a social media guy much. I post pictures of the boys and I on vacation and funny stuff from work sometimes, but 80% of it is going to be action figures, and it's probably going to go to like 90% action figures and even less personal stuff, just because that's really the only time I get on social media is for the store, for the figures, for the stuff we're doing. And I'll put all those links down there where if there's something you remember from the Etsy shop and you don't see it and you want to get it, you can contact us through that. It's the best way until we get the new site up and going. But anyway, wrap all this up. I'm rambling. We'll start looking at these new figures. All right, first up, this one you've been looking at for like 5 minutes now is another one of the Uze, the Turkish bootleg Star Wars figures. This is the Shadow Trooper. I actually had a customer contacted me and just wanted some card backs done. He actually had some of the vintage original Turkish bootlegs. A lot of you, if you're in the Kenner Star Wars, especially the vintage line, you know about these things. They took some of the action figures. They made a Royal Guard, named him Headman. He was gold and black. This is the Stormtrooper figure that's just been blacked out. This one's a little beefier of a Stormtrooper. It's not exactly the vintage copy. This one's just a little bit modernized, but still captures the feel of that actual figure when it was out. So we've added that one. Actually got a couple more of the Uze figures we're going to work on too. But right now we've added the Shadow Trooper to the eBay store. He's on there, so if you're interested in him, check him out. All right, the next one we're going to look here is actually a 6-inch Marvel Legends style, G.I. Joe classified style kind of figure. From the hilarious Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. I believe it was Lincoln Osiris is the character's name. Just hilarious. Just actually one of the boys had my oldest son had the idea for this guy. Did this figure. When we did it, we actually did 2 or 3 of them. When I did them, I think we still have one listed on the store or in the eBay store. But alternate heads, retains all of its articulation. The packaging that he is in, the custom packaging, is actually resealable. You can open this up, take it out, move it around, change it. The head sculpts, like I said, the helmet's removable. Just This is basically what a lot of people know me from doing, is custom Marvel Legends. Like I said, that for some reason has dropped off and the Kenner stuff is picked up, but still doing this, still enjoy making the custom Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe classified, Star Wars Black Series, anything in that realm. If you're interested in, shoot us a message. We can always do that. The 3D printing is getting easier. Doing the likenesses of people, that was always a kind of a hitch in the past, but it's just as this technology moves forward, it's just getting easier and easier. But anyway, Sergeant Lincoln Osiris here, available on the eBay store if you're interested. Okay, next one here, Ralph Hinckley, better known as the greatest American hero. From when I was a kid, I don't know if this figure is better or if this show is better known for the superhero that's in it, or the actors, or the theme song. The theme song was huge in the 80s when I was a kid. But anyway, wanted to do this guy. I always wanted to take a shot at him years ago. I did a 6-inch version of this back when the DC, when Mattel had the DC line years ago, ended up using a flash body. Long story short, did a custom sculpted head, but this one here is our 3.75. It's not articulated, but it does have a vinyl cape. Gives off that 80s feel. These type figures that we do are meant to be displayed in the package. Like I say, they're kind of a novelty thing, but anybody, your dad, your grandpa, anybody that was around in the 80s may have a sentimental spot for this guy, this TV show, this character. He's actually made a comeback, and I believe it's DC or Image is doing some comics. My oldest son Travis was telling me showing or telling me that he had read somewhere they were going to make some comics. That he's a huge comic book kid, and anyway, so I'm definitely going to check him out when the comics come back. He was always a favorite of mine. Like I say, I remember the theme song probably more than I do the figure or the character. But anyway, he added him to the eBay store. Greatest American Hero. All right, next up here is Burt Ward Robin from the 1966 Batman TV show. Had Batman available for a while. This style that we do is more of like a little statue. But like I said, these are meant to be, displayed in package. When you order one, you get the card, you get the bubble. Now, most people know we don't mail them out attached. But it's really easy. I've even got a video here on YouTube showing you how to attach it once you get it. But anybody's a fan. When I was a kid, it was reruns of this show, the Pow, Zap, Bang, Adam West, Burt Ward, Cesar Romero, Burgess Meredith. Just a crazy good show for a kid to watch. I thought it was awesome. Campy, cheesy version of Batman, but, near and dear to a lot of people. Added Burt Ward. So now we got Batman and Robin, also working on Batgirl and maybe a few of the villains from this line too. But Burt Ward, Robin, available in the eBay store now. All right, sticking with DC and with 70s TV, 70s and 80s, I guess TV. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, another one from my childhood. Probably kick-started a lot of guys my age into puberty. Linda Carter, great show. Had a good supporting cast. This figure is a lot like our Burt Ward Batman or Robin before this. It's more of a statue, but captures the still to me the Kenner look. A lot of my stuff is what if Kenner had had the license or the IP for this and made these figures. What would it look like? What would the card backs look like? A lot of times I enjoy doing the card backs as much as I enjoy doing the figures. Wonder Woman was definitely one of them. If you got a Wonder Woman fan around or you're a Wonder Woman fan, we've got Linda Carter Wonder Woman in the eBay store now. All right, going to jump over into a Star Wars one now. Talk about it. This is the original design for Jabba the Hutt. Anybody seen the cut scene or deleted scene from the original Star Wars where Han runs into Jabba? You actually see Boba Fett in that deleted scene too. But before technology had come around, what I've read, Lucas used this actor, plugged him in. I guess if he had decided to keep it in, would have never known the big slug Jabba. Like we know and love today. But anyway, this is the original design. Did this one on an original style card back. Once again, one of those what if they had made it? What if this is what Jabba would have looked like? Is this what the Kenner figure would have looked like? Maybe, I don't know. Once again, this was one of our non-articulated, but it does capture, I believe, the Kenner look. And for anybody who is a Star Wars fan or you're a Star Wars fan, this is probably a figure you don't have, because it didn't make it. But anyway, he's available now in the eBay store. OG or original design Jabba the Hutt. All right, going to jump into one here now. Kind of an oddball, Land of the Lost, the Sleestak, or the alien type creature from that 70s, 80s show. Just a really unique show, man. Cheesy, I know you go back and watch it now, but when I was a kid, man, come home from school, Land of the Lost was on. I loved it. I know a lot of people did. The movie that they did, I was not a fan of. If you are, that's great. I do like this design. I think it's kind of modernized a little bit. Once again, non-articulated, but for a novelty factor, Land of the Lost Sleestak for anybody that's a fan of this, you can't go wrong. He's in the eBay store now. All right, going to show you another 6-inch. This one, Teen Wolf, Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf with his basketball gear on. This thing is built on several different bodies. The only issue with this one, if you over articulate the arms, they can pop out of the shoulder, but they will pop right back in. That's just the design, but I just thought it worked so well. It looked good when I made this one. I made one for a customer and made one extra, so I've got one still available in the eBay store. Got alternative. Is alternative heads or sunglasses? No, I think it's just the sunglasses. You can put the sunglasses are removable. Got the basketball. He's in the packaging that is resealable, so you can take him out, put him back in, display him however you want. Got the Adidas shoes on, old school basketball Adidas shoes. But anyway, Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf in his number 42, excuse me, Beavers jersey, available in the eBay store. All right, another one from the 80s here, Thomas Magnum from Magnum PI. Another great 80s show. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of the remake. My parents actually really like it. But anyway, Tom Selleck, probably his defining role. Could have been Indiana Jones if it wasn't for being Magnum PI, but I think personally he did good with Magnum. This is the statue type figure, doesn't really have any articulation. I'm planning on adding a few more guys in this line as well. But if you're a Magnum fan, he is available in the eBay store. All right, time for some 90s goodness now. I believe this gentleman's name, John Wesley Shipp, was the actor, played the Flash. I also remember Mark Harmon being the villain, the trickster, I believe, in this series from the 90s. I originally intended to do this figure the superpower size, but I actually shrank him down a little bit. He is 3.75, non-articulated, but he kind of has the superpower look. I did slim the arms down a little bit on him, but anybody, 90s Flash, I really enjoyed this show from what I remember of it. Like I say, haven't revisited this one in a while, but got some 90s goodness going on. Gonna add some more 90s and 2000 stuff as well soon, but Flash is in the eBay store if you're interested. That was Mark Hamill, not Mark Harmon, from the Flash show. Anyway, next one up here is one of our What If Star Wars. What if the Predator was a Jedi? What if the Predator was a Sith? Another one of the boys' ideas here. Actually, they saw this at a Comic-Con. An artist was doing some like fan art, and he was doing the alien and the Predator as Jedi and Sith. And so we came home, was like, well, let's start with the Predator. And the first one we're going to do him as a Jedi. Going to do probably Predator and Alien, both as Jedi and Sith, working on that. But we have the Jedi Predator up in the eBay store now. All right, getting back into the kind of bread and butter of what I started doing when I started these What If Kenner figures, Spaceballs. Added President Scroob. I've added Pizza the Hut. We've added Vinny. And finally, Princess Vespa. Princess Vespa will probably get revisited. I don't really like what we ended up doing with her. We just used the vintage Leia body, scanned it, and did a little bit of a different head. I'd like to find something a little better or work that one up from scratch, but Pizza the Hut had to change him a little bit to get him to fit within the bubble and get him to work in there, but I think he captures the essence of it. Vinny also went through a couple of different versions. Could not figure out how to do the silver pinstriping at first, but we finally found something that would work, that we could do the fine lines. But anyway, Spaceballs, probably got a few more of those characters we want to do. Dark Helmet's still the all-time favorite, probably the best-selling Kenner style figure I've ever done is Dark Helmet. But anyway, Spaceballs, can't wait for the new movie. Got these new guys are in the eBay store along with all the others. All right, this is the last 6-inch one we're going to look at here. Another one of the boys' favorite movies, Major Payne. Got the idea to do this. Like I said, boys come up with it. And Dad, they were like, if there was ever a figure that should be in G.I. Joe, it should be Major Payne. And I was all right. So got him done. Got a couple of this versions. Got a couple of alternate heads. I believe I just sold out of this one, but if you're interested in it, like I said, DM me. Leave us a message, Instagram or something. I'm gonna leave all that stuff down below. But anyway, we can do a Major Payne, Benson Winterford Payne. One of the probably I've had the most fun doing in a while. 6-inch action figure, G.I. Joe classified Major Payne. And now these are probably my favorite that I've did this whole last year or so. Smokey and the Bandit. I tell people I don't have an all-time favorite movie, but if I was forced to pick, it would probably be Smokey and the Bandit. So as of right now, we've got Bandit Burt Reynolds, we've got the Snowman Jerry Reed, actually holding Fred. We've got Frog, Sally Field, and I have, of course, Jackie Gleason's Buford T. Justice. Just a hilarious character. I can't imagine anybody else playing that role. These are the statue type figures. These actually were designed by someone, the artist who I purchased the files from, for making figures for like model train sets. But they're very detailed. They are static, like I said, little statues, but they have I cannot keep them in stock. If you click on the eBay store and they're in stock, get it if you want it, because the paint jobs are a little more intricate on them versus the Kenner actual figure style of of action figure. A little bit more detailed, a little bit more time has to go into them, so it takes me longer to get them back into stock when they're out. But by far been some of my favorite Kenner style or 3.75 style to do. Also, we will be adding Junior, and it couldn't be Smokey and the Bandit without Big and Little Enos Burdett. Definitely going to add those three, maybe a couple more obscure ones. But Smokey and the Bandit figures in the eBay store now. I'm going to leave you guys in this video. I have rambled on for 30 darn minutes, but I'm going to leave you with a couple of upcoming ones we're working on. I just have the card backs done. But like I say, I'll leave the links back below. I'm hopefully going to get back to doing videos custom action figure related. I'm going to try to do one a month. But just bear with us. I'm going to get the site going. Check us out on eBay. I will add everything that was on Etsy. I'm eventually going to get on eBay as well as the website. So just have some patience with us. If you're into custom action figures, want to get a figure made for yourself or somebody, links will be below. Have a good day.